up, you guys? Thank you for joining me for today's video. If you're new here, let me introduce myself. My name is Catherine and I'm a partial cash budgeter from Europe, more specifically the Baltic States. In today's video, we're going through our family budget of February, and I'm gonna tell you all about what has changed and what are the adjustments that we're doing because of the changes. So if you're interested in this kind of content, please consider subscribing if you haven't already, and let's dive into today's video. Finally, the long-awaited year, January, has ended because I saw some memes and posts about thankfully the year of January has ended, and I am a little bit in disbelief that it was just January, because it really doesn't feel like we have changed years. It feels the same year as it was before, so 2024, so I'm not still in 2025 fully, but February has come, and we can start the next phase, which is the beautiful month of February, the short month of February, which has only 4 weeks, and it's gonna be like a sprint. I have a feeling like that. Anyways, today you can see I have already filled out all of the information about my budget, but later on I'm gonna be zooming you in and telling you what are the things that we are going through today, what are the changes that we have made for our budget, and what are the reasons for that. So let's start with that. So I have now zoomed you in so you can see more of the amounts, the categories, and so on. I'm gonna try to put it a little bit closer. So the biggest change why we are doing some adjustments in my budget is, in our budget, is that I got a salary increase so we have a yearly changes in salary every year, and the changes are quite impressive, at least I think so. So of course we have some changes there. Then we also had some changes in taxes in my country. So we because of those changes in taxes, my salary also increased. So that's also exciting. Approximately the change right now is a little bit less than 200 euros. So very excited about that. It also changed a little bit of my toddler's, let's say, income, because his part, which I get as a tax reduction, also was a little bit more than usual. And as a new thing, this month we didn't get his English lessons bill, so I still have left over that money. That's if we talk about income. Then if we move into our bills, the only change that we have, so 2 changes technically, is that we have 2 extra insurances, which is a yearly basis payment, and that the English lessons is going to be probably paid double this month. I don't know the reason for the delay, but I probably think maybe it's because of some bookings or whatever for the place that he's learning English in. And if we a little bit talk about the insurances that we have added to the budget, the one of it is my husband's and my toddler's accidental insurance. If anything happens, at least we have, because my workplace is paying for my accidental insurance, so I just pay yearly for my husband's and my toddler's as well. And then we have our renovation insurance, which is a mandatory thing if we do some renovations at home. So it's really small, because the square footage that we are renovating is really small, and the payment is based on square footage. And this is also a yearly basis payment, so really small and really fast about that. Overall, all of the other bills are the usual ones: my banking fee, our apartment bill, our usual insurance for apartment, then our phone, internet and Spotify bill, electricity, parking, and everything that is for my kids. So dances, food that he takes, that we pay for, football lessons, pottery, and English. So nothing new there. If we move downwards to our usual expenses, so these are our cash envelopes, then we have some changes there. I'm gonna put my kitty cat here. So if we look at those expenses, we have only two changes that are coming up, and this is the way that we are gonna do it. I'm gonna show you what are the changes and why I made those. So first of all, if you can see, we are left over with quite some money amount, so 432 euros. I also forgot to mention that in the month of January, I worked overtime quite a bit, so I got approximately 350 euros, I think so, in overtime pay. So that also, of course, was the reason for a quite large income in this month. So, and because of that, since I have my salary increase, I decided to make some changes also in our expenses. If you watched my previous video, I mentioned that I want to increase our household budget monthly because we tend to spend it for really things that we need. So of course the prices have gone up, so I decided to increase it, and I'm gonna increase it by 10 euros, which means we are changing this amount. It's not deleting. So we are changing this amount to 30 euros. I'm gonna write it with a pencil right now. So we are increasing that one to 30 euros. And the other one is my own envelope. And the reason for that is that you need to treat yourself if you get a salary increase as well. It's not that you just have to continue on using your money for bills and so on. You have to treat yourself as well. You have to celebrate yourself because you are the reason why you got the increase in salary. So here we are also deleting the usual 100 euros, and we are exchanging it for 130. At least I think so. Yes, it was 130. So actually no, sorry, it was 125. That was the thing that I was thinking, that I wanted to do one. It's easier in February month to divide it in 125. So here I'm gonna have 125, which means we have 10 plus 10 euros here and plus 25 in here, so that's 35 in all together. Moving along, we have so nothing other than that, nothing changes in here. The usual food envelope is 280, and we have been using this amount probably for 2 years, so I think we are very good at that. Then we have my toddler and medical envelopes, transportation, gas and public transportation, miscellaneous for any missed out or forgotten payments. Date night, right now we're not putting anything because we have full amount saved already there. Eating out, 50 euros per month, and fun envelope as well for 50 euros a month. And for eating out, we do bi-weekly cash stuffing, so 25 per 2 weeks. Moving along, we have our debt situation. Nothing changes there. We have our mortgage and my phone and earphones. I think April month is going to be the last one for my earphones, so we are having a decrease in our debt payment from the month of May, I think so. And the usual amount is 351, so nothing changes there as well. And then if we move to our long-term savings, here is the last part which we are gonna contribute from our salary, from my salary increase and the overtime pay. So let's do that. So first of all, of course, if my toddler gets a little bit more in income part, then of course he also gets an increase in our long-term savings. The changes that we have this year is that this month already and moving along as well, we are starting to invest his money, not just gain interest on it on the regular savings account, but we are going to invest it in mutual funds. So in Europe, that's EDFs, so we are very excited about that. And sorry for if you hear the noise in the background, my toddler is in the other room playing with his Lego train, so it has a sound. So anyways, now we are to the two biggest parts of our income use, which are our two vacations. So first of all, there's my vacation that I'm taking in April alone, and I'm really close to our goal, so to my goal, which was 1,500 euros. I am left over with I think 450, and because of that I have decided to use almost the whole amount of my my overtime pay, which was also the main talk with my husband, that if I'm deciding on this trip, I will use all extra pay that I get from my workplace to contribute to this saving than this trip. And I have decided to put extra 300 euros in here, which I'm gonna transfer to my account. I'm not gonna cash stuff these 300 euros. I'm gonna just transfer it automatically to my account so it can earn interest while the last 2 months are going. And next one, we have vacation, and right now we need to understand how much we're left over with. So let's take our calculator there. So now that I have my calculator with me, let's check how much we are left over for our vacation savings. So we had the total of 432 euros left over at the end of the regular budget. We are taking off the 35 that we added for our expenses, and we are also taking the 300 euros that I'm adding to my London trip, which means we are left over with 97 euros, and I'm going to contribute 95 to our vacation savings. And also, I have already done some calculations. So next month, the last 70 euros are going into London trip, and from now on, I'm gonna contribute to vacation more, and also I'm gonna be increasing my pension when the first possibility comes up, because I have, in a way, higher priority for our vacation savings because there's a quite lump sum of amount to be saved by the end of the year. And third pension, so my pension plan is something I can contribute if I'm left over with something. So I'm going to just be prioritizing moving along vacation savings. So anyways, that's the way we are using the money that we have extra. I also have a new category for long-term sinking funds. All of this amount is also going to our vacation savings, so technically I could just be adding to it, but I decided to make it a little bit more fun, and I have a new savings challenge that's gonna be like a surprise savings challenge, which is scratch off. And the idea is here that I have hide and seek scratch off savings challenge, which includes amounts from I think 10 to 25 or 15 to 25. I don't remember actually. And since I don't remember, I'm not gonna look at also in my digital Canva profile. I'm just gonna roll with it. And here we have 12 circles, and each of it contained, I think it was 15, 20, and 25. And the rules are scratch one each month and save for your goals. So each month I'm gonna scratch off one of these, and since I didn't do it in January, so for February we're gonna do 2, and that's why I have added the 50 euros here. It could be that it's gonna be less, and if it's less, then I'm just gonna move the money to vacation savings. That's the goal. But right now I'm just gonna be using it for just to make it a little bit more fun to save for our vacation savings, and that's it. So that's that. Right now that is it for our changes in here. And then the last part, I believe, is, yeah, nothing's changing in here as well. So now we have a zero-based budget because the amount right now is that we are left over with €2. And I think that's totally okay to leave those €2 because there's going to be some changes in here. The bills are smaller, or the cents are in between, and that's why I think it's really good. Of course, I'm still continuing with weekly check-in, which is gonna show me how much I've spent, how much I've saved from our weekly expenses, and I love that part because I have the motivation to try and save as much as possible and not spend our money. But for right now, I think this is it. If you would like to hear more about my budget itself, I have some videos linked in my profile. I'm just going to be linking those ones also in the end card, so you can just press it if you want a little bit more information of my budget categories. But for right now, I'm going to say thank you for joining me for today's video. I appreciate each and every one of you, and if you liked this video and you still haven't subscribed, I encourage you to do it because I try to post at least one time per week and some extra videos in between. And I also have already filmed my cash condensing video right before the month of February, so that's coming up as well in between weekly check-ins. So thank you for joining me again, and we will see you in my next video. Bye!